Reality is a carefully woven lie, a tapestry of half-truths and distractions designed to keep humanity blind to the forces shaping their world. The truth is not just out there, it's hidden in plain sight, encoded in the structures of society, the flow of information, and the very thoughts people believe are their own. Beneath the surface of what's called civilization lies a hidden order, one that operates not for the benefit of humanity, but to maintain a system of control, so ancient and pervasive it's almost invisible. This system, orchestrated by unseen manipulators, has a deadline, 2028. That's when the mask slips entirely, when the illusion crumbles and humanity faces a choice. Stay trapped in a cycle of manipulation or break free into a new way of being. The time to act is now. And the path to freedom begins with seeing the world for what it truly is. The manipulators, call them the shadow architects, the unseen elite, or the controllers, aren't human in their thinking, though they may wear human faces. Their agenda is not about power in the way most people understand it. It's not just about wealth or influence, though they use both. It's about keeping humanity in a state of disconnection, locked in a frequency of fear, confusion, and division. They've been at this for centuries, shaping societies, religions, and economies to serve a single purpose: to keep human consciousness small, fragmented, and unaware of its true potential. The year 2028 isn't an arbitrary date, it's a convergence point, a moment when their plans reach a critical juncture. If humanity doesn't wake up before then, the window for transformation may close, locking the world into a cycle of control that could last generations. This isn't about fear-mongering or despair. It's about clarity. The controllers thrive because people don't see them. They operate through systems, governments, media, education, even science, that seem separate but are interconnected, all designed to reinforce a single narrative, that this world with its limits and struggles is the only reality possible. But it's not. The human mind, the human spirit, is far more powerful than anyone has been led to believe. The controllers know this, which is why they work so hard to keep people distracted, divided, and doubting themselves. They flood the world with noise, endless news, conflicts, and shiny distractions to drown out the truth that lies within every person, the ability to create, to connect, to transcend. The illusion starts with perception. People trust their eyes, their ears, their senses, assuming these show them the full picture. But the senses are limited, tuned to a narrow band of reality. The physical world is just one layer, a stage set designed to keep minds occupied with survival and competition. The final feeble images, the fake and the fake, are carted. The controllers have mastered this stage, using it to shape how people think and feel. They've crafted a world where fear is the default, where division by race, religion, politics keeps people fighting each other instead of questioning the system itself. This is no accident. It's a deliberate design, a trap that keeps humanity's consciousness locked in a lower vibration, far from its true potential. But the trap is not flawless. There are cracks, and they're growing. Throughout history, certain individuals, thinkers, visionaries, truth seekers have seen through the illusion. They've sensed that reality is more than it seems, that humanity is not meant to be a pawn in someone else's game. These glimpses of truth have been suppressed, ridiculed, or buried, but they've never been erased. Today, more people than ever are starting to question, to see the patterns. Why does the world seem so chaotic, so divided? Why do the systems that claim to serve humanity often seem to harm it? These questions are the first step, the spark that lights the way out. The way out isn't about fighting or destroying. It's about awakening. To see the trap is to begin escaping it. This starts with questioning everything, every belief, every truth handed down by authority. Why do people accept a life of struggle as normal? Why do they trust systems that profit from their pain? The moment someone starts asking these questions, the illusion begins to weaken. It's like pulling a loose thread on a sweater. Tug hard enough and the whole thing unravels. The controllers rely on compliance, on people accepting the world as it's presented. But when enough people stop complying, when enough people see through the lie, the entire system starts to falter. This awakening is not just about seeing what's wrong, it's about remembering what's possible. Human consciousness is not a small, fragile thing. It's vast, infinite, capable of connecting with realities far beyond the physical world. The controllers know this, which is why they work so hard to keep people focused on the material, on money, status, fear. They want humanity to believe that this is all there is, that life is a struggle, a competition, a race to nowhere. But there's another reality, one where fear doesn't rule, where connection and creativity are the foundation. This reality isn't a distant dream. It's a potential that exists within every person, waiting to be unlocked. Unlocking it starts with inner work. The controller's greatest weapon is the human mind turned against itself, filled with doubt, fear, and division. To counter this, people must cultivate a kind of inner clarity, a space where truth can emerge. This doesn't require retreating from the world or becoming a monk. It can be as simple as pausing, breathing, and observing the world with fresh eyes. Notice the patterns, how fear is used to manipulate, how division is sown to weaken. Look at the media, the education system, the political structures. Do they empower or control? Once these patterns become clear, they lose their grip. The mind begins to see through the illusion, and the heart begins to feel its way towards something greater. This greater reality is not a place, it's a state of being. It's a shift in how people see themselves and the world. Imagine a society where people no longer see themselves as separate, as enemies fighting over scraps. Imagine a world where fear is replaced by trust, where creativity flows freely, where every individual knows their own power. This isn't a fantasy. It's a possibility that the controllers have worked tirelessly to suppress. They've built a world that keeps people small, but they can't destroy the spark within. That spark is the key, the exit map out of the trap. The year 2028 is a turning point. The controllers' plans, centuries in the making, are reaching a climax. They're pushing for a world of total control, where every aspect of life is monitored, manipulated, and suppressed. But their plan is not inevitable. Sunset personality possesses non-conformity inside concepts of system, manifesto, health, history, and beyond. And the time is coming, centuries in the making, are reaching a climax. Their plan is not in the more people awaken, the weaker their grip becomes. This is why the time to act is now. Every choice matters. Every decision to question, to connect, to create. These choices send ripples through the collective consciousness, weakening the illusion and strengthening the potential for something new. The controllers are not invincible. They rely on humanity's ignorance. Take that away, and their power crumbles. The practical steps are simple but profound. Start by questioning the narratives that dominate the world. Why is there so much emphasis on fear, wars, crises, pandemics? Why do the systems of the world seem designed to divide rather than unite? Look at the institutions around you. Do they serve humanity or something else? Then turn inward. Listen to the quiet voice within. the one that knows there's more to life than what's been offered. Then, nurture that voice, give it space to grow. This might mean spending less time on screens, less time reacting to the world's chaos. It might mean seeking out others who are waking up, sharing ideas, creating something that reflects a different way of being. The controllers thrive on disconnection. They want people to feel alone, powerless, afraid. But no one is alone in this. The awakening is happening everywhere. People are starting to see, to question, to act. Every person who chooses to see through the illusion strengthens the whole. Every act of courage, every moment of clarity builds momentum. This is how the new reality is created, not by fighting the old, but by embracing the new. It's a process of remembering who humanity really is, not a collection of victims, but a collective of creators, each one capable of shaping a world that reflects their highest potential. The trap, the reptilian society, the hidden order, is not a physical place. It's a state of mind, a frequency of control that has held humanity for too long, but it's breaking. The cracks are widening and the light is pouring through. The year 2028 is the deadline, not for doom, but for decision. Will humanity stay asleep, or will it choose to awaken? The exit map is clear. See the truth, question the lies, reclaim the power within. This is the final chance to step into a reality where humanity is free, where the illusion of control is shattered, and where the infinite potential of the human spirit shines without limit. Act fast. The time is now.
That we create our own reality. We create that reality from our perception of reality. Conscious perception, and 95% human behavior comes from subconscious perception. The way it would seem to work, and this would start to explain some of the strange happenings within quantum physics, is that our perceptions are generating a frequency. They're generating an energetic field that relates to the nature of the perceptions. So if we are in a state of depression or resentment or hatred or fear, anxiety, we're generating a low, slow frequency. And if we're in a state of love and a state of joy and appreciation, we are in a high, fast frequency.
Well, there you go. You can either believe him or not. It's up to you. Subscribe. Hit that like button.